Hello, I'm Chakits Krulsawat with Simply Vegas Realty, bringing you another weekly report on the Las Vegas housing market. If we take a look at the overall inventory, now this actually includes homes in North Las Vegas, and also in Henderson, also in Boulder City. And the overall inventory for single-family homes, condos, townhomes, manufactured homes, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, and also high-rises, we actually have a total of 9,780 homes currently listed on the multiple listing service. And we're actually down by 1% from previous weeks. Private sales, we actually have a total of 8,592, which is about 88% of market share today. Short sales, we have a total of 865, which is we are at 8.8% of market share. Bank-owned properties, we have a total of 323 properties currently available, which is 3.3% of market share. The numbers of homes that sold last week were only 420 homes, which is actually really good. The supply, we have a total of about 6 months of inventory at this time. Now let's take a look at the financing consideration and why financing consideration should be important to you if you are a buyer and seller. Now, financing consideration is very important to you, and the reason why is because when you are out in the marketplace, and let's just say the type of loan that you have could be FHA, VA, conventional, only certain homes may qualify for that type of financing. So let's take a look at the financing consideration. Now, if we take a look at cash, obviously all the sellers out there will accept cash. Conventional is at actually 94% of the homes that are currently available will actually accept conventional financing. 60% will accept FHA, which is down 1% since previous week. VA will accept 56%, which is down by 1% from previous weeks, and 1.3% will accept owner will carry, and a half a point will actually accept lease options. So there's really not that many lease options out there. So basically what this means to you is, obviously if you are an FHA buyer, only 61% of the market will accept that type of financing. So keep that in mind. Now if we take a look at the last week's closings as far as sold terms, and this is what's very important, because during the boom in 2011, 12, when hedge funds were out here, if you were an FHA, VA, or even a conventional buyer, chances are you probably got beat out of that deal because they just wanted to accept, the sellers wanted to accept cash. But in today's market, if we take a look at the transactions from last week, only 31% actually accept cash closings. Now, 29% were actually conventional, okay? 21% were actually FHA, and 19% were actually VA. Now, VA is actually coming on pretty strong because from the previous week was only actually at 8%. So it rose pretty dramatically. So a lot of VA buyers are coming back out in the market and actually getting their offer accepted. So that's actually a very good thing. Now let's move on to rentals. Now we actually have a total of 2,631 rental properties currently on the market right now. And that includes single family, condos, townhomes, manufactured homes, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, and also high rises, which is down by 6% from the previous week. A few months ago, the inventory was hovering around 3,500 homes, which actually from today we're down about 25%. Now, what does this mean to you? Now, home prices have increased, which means that the buyer are now renting properties because the purchase price is too high, which is their mortgage is too high. It's cheaper to rent a home. Okay? But here's the thing. You do need to watch out. And the reason why this is important is because the investor or the landlord will always increase their rents to a point where the rental market will get pushed out and people will start buying again. Right now, the median price for single family residence today is at $225,000. Okay? Now, based upon $225,000 on a 30-year at 5%, okay, what did I say, 225, so at 225, your payments is about, and this is just only principal and interest, $1,207.85. You still have to add insurance, is probably $50, and also another $150 for taxes out here in Las Vegas. So that's about $1,400. Now, you can literally rent a property for $1,200. And that's the reason why the rental inventory is going down. But as the inventory goes down, again, what's going to happen at that point? Landlords are going to increase it because they know at $1,200 a month and the mortgage is at $1,400, they're just going to increase it probably around, $1,350. So what happens is when you start increasing the rents, then people are going to start buying again. Then that pushes the purchasing power up higher as far as the median price on the home. Then that's how the market continues, shifts back and forth, and that's how we have increase in our market. And it's a balance between both of them. So, if you are thinking about renting, keep in mind that prices will also go up too as well. So you need to determine if it's worth it really, renting versus buying. But I can't make that decision for you. But just run the numbers, and sometimes it will make sense to buy versus to rent. Now, the median price right now for a single family, as I discussed, $225,000 with a minimum of 3 bedrooms, 1,800 square feet. So let's actually take a look at this. Let's really break it down at this price point, because majority of your buyers are at this price point at this time. So if we take a look, there's only 550 properties that are actually currently available at 3 bedrooms, 1,800 square feet and up, and 225 and less, which is only 5.6% of market share. Now, out of those 550 properties, 400 are actually private sales, which is only 4% of overall market share. Short sales, 108 properties currently available at 1.1% of market share. And bank-owned properties at that price point is at 42 properties, which is less than a half a point. The reason why this information should be very important to you is because if you are a buyer out there and that's the median price and you're hovering around that median price, you are going to run into challenges, okay? Versus you being approved for, 300, 400,000, and the average days on the market is a lot more than at this price point at 41 days on the market, average days on the market. But I'm going to break it down even further for you guys so that way you're aware of the challenges. Now, if we break it down to the financing consideration, and we talked about this, why financing consideration is important. Because you need to position yourself and you really need to understand so that way you have every single leverage out there, so that way when you're out in the marketplace, you're writing up strong offers and you know exactly what's going on. So we're going to break it down even further. Out of the homes, 225,000, if you're a cash buyer, you have a better shot because there's no financing involved. Every seller will always accept cash. Conventional, there's only a total of 519 homes that are available at that price and less, which is 94% of overall market share. FHA, financing consideration, where the seller will consider FHA, which is 432, which is at 79% of market share. Now, VA, 365, which is 66% of market share that will accept VA. So out of 550 homes, If you are a VA buyer, your chances of getting a home is very slim because there's really nothing out in that marketplace. Now let's move on to townhomes. Townhomes, we actually, for the median price today, for 2 bedrooms, 1,300 square feet and up, is around $147,000. Moving on to condos. If you're looking to buy a condo, the median price right now for a condo is $87,500. Okay, which is average days on the market is 30 days, 2 bedrooms, and only 1,000 square feet. I stress to you guys so much about really understanding the market. This really helps and prepare you so that way when you're hitting the marketplace, you know what to expect and your expectations. We've started a new local radio show called The Market Snapshot, and we've been doing it now for about 12 months, and we have over now 30,000 listeners. We are the #1 finance and Las Vegas real estate show that's out there, and we have tons of callers that call in and ask questions, and we provide the content. So we just wanted to say thank you for all the listeners out there, and don't forget to tune into The Market Snapshot. It's actually every Sunday from 11 to 1 p.m. on an AM station, 720 KDWN. Again, I'm Chakits with Simply Vegas, and have a great day.